So once again, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another edition of The Interesting Part Is. I'm super excited today. We are actually talking to the One True Touch Up crew. That is our cosmetology department. Look at their faces. This is crazy. We're about to have a stone cold blast. Today is all centered around all things Truman cosmetology. With that said, I'd like to introduce our panel today. Today we have with us Mr. Micah Sacramento.
Hey.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing very well, very excited, very pumped. Let's do it.
Wonderful. I see you representing with the One True shirt on. We also have with us Director Danica Kearney.
Hi.
How are you today?
Fantabulous.
Good. Did you get something in your belly to eat? I know you've been running.
I did. It was a good day.
Okay, it was a good day, so
it was a good day.
That's good. All right. We have Miss Jenny Pedraza, Director Pedraza. How are you?
Wonderful. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing well. We were talking earlier, guys. It's always so good to see everyone outside of work. When we put on our, like I'm really excited about this hat and our Truman shirts and things like that. And so that's pretty cool. Here in the middle, representing, we have Miss Dixon. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Hello.
Good. We want to thank you. We know that, you're not feeling your best, but you're a trooper. That's right. One True Touch Up.
Absolutely.
And finally, we have my main man. We be out here blazing these trails together, trying to get these students up in the school. We have Mr. David Conda. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Hello, everyone. And you know what? It's glad to see everyone again. Everyone out there that's tuning in, it's good to see you again.
It's good, right? Because at the end of the day, there's a new normal. Mm-hmm. And it is our job, right, to steal one of the biggest characteristics of Truman College is our energy and our charisma and how people get on that campus and they just fall in love with all things Truman. And so today, it's really about us just talking about what we do and, inviting these students into our world virtually. So we're going to jump right in. Once again, my name is Kit Allen and I'm your host. This is another edition of The Interesting Part Is. Today we have the One True Touch Up crew. And I say that because this is all things Truman College cosmetology. Yeah. We're going to dive right in with the questions. And we're going to start with you, Ms. Dixon.
Okay.
Why would you consider Truman College cosmetology program to be one of the best in the city?
I've had the privilege to work for several cosmetology schools around the city, and this is definitely hands down my favorite. Some of the advantages to coming to Truman, of course, is that you can obtain your associate's degree. So automatically that makes you, a double threat going into the industry. It's going to put you eons above other programs. Another thing that I love is we have such a diverse student body. You are likely to have someone in your class from Russia or someone from Bulgaria, you never know. And then third, we absolutely have a great team. It's the people that are sitting on this call with me. That is one of the things that make Truman absolutely the best program out there.
That's interesting. You hit on something that I know we'll talk about throughout, but it's the people, right?
Yeah.
Been at Truman now for 3 years, and I will, hands down, it is the people in and throughout the campus community and the community itself. So, excellent. Micah Sacramento.
You got it.
What is one character trait that you possess that really make you a quality instructor? What would be one positive character trait?
Ooh, good question. I think my commitment to the profession as it is. My profession got me to where I'm at now in life. Started off with rough beginnings, went to beauty school, got my education, and I developed myself and my craft based on my respect for this profession. Urban city person, I'm an urban city guy. My students are urban and I can relate to them and I can relate to the field of cosmetology. And I think it's a good fit for me. I love it at Truman. One Truman forever.
Excellent, excellent. And to our audience, I will tell you, he's not just talking the talk, he walks the walk. I participated in parades and events in and throughout campus. And Michael is Director Sacramento is one of he participates.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And we absolutely love it. Ms. Pedraza, do you remember the first time you styled someone's hair?
Absolutely.
And how did that feel? What did that feel like?
Well, it was right after I started beauty school. My grandmother let me cut her hair and style her hair. And she has the type of hair that grew as you cut it. She just had amazingly thick, curly hair. And it made me very proud, and she was very proud of me. And it's just the confidence that you get from something like that with people who put their trust in you, especially when you're brand new at it. Really does build your self-esteem.
Interesting, right? So I tell people all the time, like, it's my religion, it's my family, and then it's my hairstylist.
Yeah.
You know, I am so particular about what that looks like, but more importantly, what you feel like when you get in your car or when you're walking home after you've gotten your hair done. So I can't imagine the feeling that you get when you whip somebody hair. My daughter come in the house just when she's done. And so I absolutely love the profession. And this call right here is just giving me way more insight that helps me understand better. Ms. Kearney.
Yes.
What is your teaching philosophy? When you think about what you do, foundationally, what's the philosophy that you move forward when you're working with students with?
Well, mainly I think of a classroom as a mini community, because without it being a mini community, and if it's teacher centered, then it's all about me. If it's strictly student centered, then it's all about them. But it also has to be a balance that puts us there together, and everyone has to learn from each other. So as a teacher, I look to learn from students on how to build and be better. And as for students, I usually know after about a week or two where they are, which allows me to see where they are as a student. And then I meet them where they are to pull them where I want them to be. And it makes it a great community. And usually it start off with all the rules and regulations. And by the end, just like today, a class ended, we were eating cake.
I had this conversation the other day about positivity and always being positive. And somebody said, hey, I want you to think about a car battery. There's a negative side and there's a positive side, but both sides make each other work. You get the car when they're working together. And so I think what you just described when you talked about balance was just understanding there are going to be opportunities, there are going to be a lot of wins, and there are going to be times where you got to just check somebody. But it makes for the entire community to work well together.
Well, I do say a lot to them that instead of saying there's a problem or a concern, I always like to go with the words, there's an opportunity to grow.
Yes.
So this way, you stay green, you grow. But if you just kind of get stuck in your ways, then that's when the learning actually stops. And it also helps that the community of people that I'm working around, as far as coworkers, we bounce off of each other so we can grow as a department as well.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. And I want you guys grow. Mr. Conda, my partner in crime, as we're out here at these fairs and talking to students, is there an ideal student? When you think about students that match the makeup of what you guys do, would you consider there to be an ideal student?
That's a great question, because I get that all the time. A lot of students will come up to our booth or table and ask, hey, I want to join, I want to go to beauty school. What are the qualifications? Do I have to be this way? No, the ideal student really is someone that wants to learn, really. Someone that wants to learn, and more importantly, someone that really wants to join an industry, right, and actually start a career. Someone that really wants to start a career. right? It's not about just doing hair, you know. It's about working with people, building a clientele, also making a good living, so you can actually buy a house, so you can buy a car, so you can travel, things like that. So that's what we're looking for, you know. So again, no ideal student. Our students are from all backgrounds. My colleagues, certainly Miss Dixon mentioned that, Miss Kearney mentioned that. Diverse backgrounds, out of high school, moms, right, that have been out of school for a while, decided to come back. So we just take anybody that wants to learn, anybody that wants to build a career.
Mhm.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Talk to me, Ms. Sacramento. I've heard this now. This becomes a theme. The diversity of the program. Is the diversity? Is that a major plus for Truman College? The diversity of the cosmetology program.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially when you're thinking about cultures and religions and how it relates to hairdressing. Not only do we teach the Milady book, that's our state board book, that's the basics. And then of course, every student of different ethnicities wants to show others what they know about hair and how it relates to their life and their livings and in their religion. And so they share with their colleagues and they all grow from it. I have, like, for example, a lot of my African-American students come in knowing how to braid hair. Well, I may have some Hispanic or Caucasian students who don't know how to braid hair, so they interlock each other and they train each other. Whereas a lot of my Hispanic students, they do beautiful updo designs. Well, they like to share and learn from each other. My job is more of a facilitator to make sure that they're there together, learning the subject matter, but I am never the sage on the stage. I'm always the guide on the side. And I think we all agree that the student run the classroom, but so long as we navigate it and make sure that it's conducive for everybody.
Excellent.
You master educator.
Yeah. You got the stage on the stage.
I've learned a lot from Mr. Sack. I have to tell you that. He's been in this business for a long time, and I have to say that when I first started, he was the guy that actually, well, he and Miss Pedraza both really helped me a lot, you know, in terms of teaching and relating to our students. So yeah, he's a sage, definitely.
Hey.
How about Sensei? We'll call you Sensei.
So with that said, let's just go around really quickly and talk about the number of years you've been in the industry. Let's start with you, Mr. Sacramento. How many years?
Well, I did Jesus' hair once. I've been a licensed teacher. I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 1984.
Okay.
I've been a licensed teacher since 1987. So 34 years teaching. Yeah.
Wow. There you go.
It's
wonderful. Ms. Pedraza?
I've been licensed since 1989 and a teacher since 1990.
Ms. Kearney?
I've been a licensed cosmetologist since 1994 and a licensed teacher since 2000.
Okay. Ms. Dixon?
I've been a licensed stylist since 2005, and I've been a educator since 2007.
Okay, and then Mr. Conda?
I've been a licensed cosmetologist since about '89, and got my teaching license in 2000. Yes, in 2000. But I've been in the business for quite a long time. Not only doing that, but I've worn a lot of hats in this industry for quite a long time.
So I did that just so that our audience knows, right? Once again, that collectively we have about 200 years of licensures. we know what we're doing.
Yes.
We sound extremely
like I'm 150 right here.
Extremely resourceful in terms of being able to go get the answer if you don't necessarily have it. And I always think that's important, right? Because people buy with their eyes. People buy with their eyes, and word of mouth is the best part of marketing. And so as you have current students that go back out into their communities, you have students that'll see this, they're going to be attracted just based on some of this conversation that we're having. So I think it's always important for them to know you're not playing with, this is not new, we've done this. We've seen it, we understand the business component, we understand the entire gamut of what it takes to be successful in this field. And I think that's extremely important. Ms. Pedraza.
Yes.
This is a high stress industry, is that correct?
It can be for people who don't set themselves up right. Absolutely. There are a lot of turnovers in a salon, but what we try to teach our students is that being a cosmetologist as a career, you help others. And by working one-on-one with clients, you're improving their self-esteem and you're building yours at the same time. So with the high turnover rates in the salons, it doesn't have to be. If you do your homework, if you find the right salon for yourself, then you'll have a long, successful, happy career.
Can I say something? Can I bounce up? Can I say something also? I think you said something that really resonates, and I want to actually tell you guys that are out there looking at this, we are here, and we're going to be here. We are definitely here. We're here for you. This industry goes up and down, right? During the COVID lockdown, it was a little down, but we are bouncing back, right? And again, the industry's bouncing back, and we are coming back, as a matter of fact. So we are here for you, certainly for the fall and beyond.
Yeah, that's it. That's important, right? I've watch you guys go over into that building and begin to reacclimate yourself with the space, making sure you understand what it looks like per the guidelines and such. And so that's going to be important, right? Because you're going to have students who want to come back, but they want to make sure that they're going to be safe coming from that back into their households. And so I applaud you guys for that work. Ms. Dixon.
Yes.
One of the things is we've had a chance to kind of cross paths. We've worked together a little bit at the school, but you just always working. You just I always see you moving around and working. It appears to be extremely easy for you to do overtime or stay after your scheduled shift.
As you notice, everyone on the call laughed because absolutely.
I didn't ask nobody that. That is just the way that I feel about when I see you. Like, she looked like she needs to be at home. Why is it so easy for you to stay around?
Well, one of the things, I'm kind of known as the activities teacher in our department. And so with that, a lot of times it's going to require you to come in early. It's going to require you to stay late. Also, when you absolutely love what you do, it doesn't even seem like overtime. I've been blessed enough to build a rapport with Truman that if I come in and say, I want to sprinkle glitter from the ceiling, they're like, go for it. And so with that type of creative freedom, it's inevitable that I'm going to put in more hours than, what's necessary. And the students absolutely love it. They bounce off my energy. If I'm excited, then they don't mind staying late. So, it just kind of goes full circle.
Can I bounce off of that for a quick second?
Yeah.
What I do notice is why she stays so late and come in so early is because she try to make sure that every single student hears every single piece of information.
Yeah.
Every single teacher knows. So the day student knows, the evening student knows, the student that has graduated knows, the student that wants to come back in 2 weeks knows. So she makes sure everybody, and it's all over the elevators, and it's posted in the main building. Everywhere.
And it's always done in glitter, just so everyone knows.
You know what?
Yeah. I should have glitter on me now because she has been sprinkling.
Glitter. It's amazing, right? We have an activity later where I'm really going to align all your thoughts and your values together, but it just speaks to the team, right? And I feel that when I'm over there, right? I don't feel that I need to talk to this individual versus if I come over there with a group of students, to a man, any one of you all, as long as you're not in the middle of a final or something, you say, hey, come on in. I got 5 minutes, so forth and so on. So that just speaks to the team and the nature of what you do. Ms. Kearney, when we talk about enrollment, communication, and college experience, which are the 3 areas of focus for Truman College, I often notice that the experience outside of the classroom is extremely important to you all. What are a few projects that students, current students, or future students can look forward to participating in outside of the classroom as they grow their brand around being a hairstylist?
Well, we do a lot of shows. When we participate in shows, we actually go to different type of hair shows, from Bonner Brother that's in Atlanta to the America Beauty Show to going to Great America, seeing different types of how costumes are made. And then sometimes there's a stylist that'll come in and present a show that is interested to a certain group of students, like someone that wants to do lace front wigs or something. And I'm just throwing that out there. And then there's a show that is a participant of that. But something that we're really stepping into is the internship. It is part of it's still part of a learning environment. However, the students get to go out into the workforce and work as a regular stylist and still get credit for actually being in class.
Wow.
That's a certain type of proprietorship, and it has to be vetted in, and it's not just, I'm going to show up at ABC Salon and work. No, they have to be vetted in. We have to approve. The student has to bring back all type of information showing that they were there, what they've learned, but it's a great working interview for the student, along with the interview for the owner, because at that point there is a partnership that is built between the stylist and the owner to see if it's a fit. Yeah. So it's kind of like a small way of getting an interview, and you're still getting credit for class time. So, and that's outside of what we do inside of the clinic floor.
It's interesting, right? Because we know this generation, this is the microwave generation, and they kind of want it now. So to fuse that concept into actually doing the schoolwork, but working on a salon floor is ideal. Now, does that make us different? Mr. Sacrament, does that make us different from any other beauty school in Chicago in terms of offering that program?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we have an incredible internship program, Les. Just piggybacking on what Ms. Kearney. Ms. Kearney's to the right of me right now. So Ms. Kearney's saying, it's just the internship. But we have a whole interconnection with salons that take our students for, I think it's 150 hours, where they actually can make those hours in the salon. And they're right there side by side by a professional licensed stylist who's teaching them techniques that they've learned in their trade and their years of experience based on what they've learned from us. And the majority of the people that we send our students to were former graduates of our school. So they know our education. Wow. And they know what they know, and they help them get that. And listen, if they do a good enough job referring to the student, once they're done with the program, they may have a job waiting for them. That could be an interview. So I always tell the students, when you're there in a salon, don't just sit there, grab a broom and sweep a floor. You know, fold some towels, shampoo someone's hair, because people are watching you. People want to see what you're made out of. So, and that's what we do.
Okay, can I say something? Can I say something also? You know, we've got this sense of community, right? And one of the things that we focus on is this community, embracing the community that we're around. I mean, we're in the uptown community, so students are able to actually, and we do this often, we go to different hospitals, and we go to different shelters, we go to high schools in the area, part of this sort of community outreach component. And that's what also makes our school different. Certainly. I mean, it's this community, this wide community that we're surrounded by, and this the commitment to the community. So our students are able to go out, meet different people, and actually help people. It's like we talked about the business, and we talked about being hairdressers, helping people and helping people feel good, right? You know,
Right.
and that's certainly part of this outreach that we're committed to actually in the community.
Thank you. You were about to say, Ms. Dixon?
I just kind of wanted to add on to what Mr. Michael was saying about our internship program and what kind of makes it a little bit different from other schools. One of the biggest things is that it's vetted, which Ms. Kearney mentioned earlier. So we've had it to the point where some salon owners have actually, the student did so well that the salon owner paid for them to take the state exam.
Yeah.
Which $200 price tag, and he had like 6 stylists that we interned through his salon, and he paid for all of them because our students did just that great of a job. Also, just the range of salons that we're able to send them to. It's not just one type of salon that they're going into. They're going into the mom and pop. They're going into the chains. They're going into the more upscale salons downtown. They get the full gamut, so they have a clear picture of where they want to go once they complete the program.
And one more thing before to piggyback off what Dixon just said, we've also have had the alumni to step up to the place where out of nowhere, alumni will come in, grab a student and pay for their state board. We have one alumni in particular that is up to 3 students that she paid for every semester, and her goal is to get to 5 by next year, and she said eventually she want to do 10. So it's just one person that's making a difference, and it's more of them coming through the program.
Every day.
And on top of that, our alumni are eager to come back and share what they know. You know, they have the mentorship program that they come in and do demonstrations. They run our orientation, and they sit on panels. They're amazing.
Yeah. So you hit on something. I'm gonna break here, right? The interesting part. I'm Kiss Allen. I am your host, but enough of that. We are sitting with TRU Touch Up, all things Truman College cosmetology. Excellent talk track. I mean, we're finding so many of the smaller components that really attract students and let them know why this is a good space for them. Right before that, Ms. Pedraza, you were mentioning what's the power of the alumnus still being involved, right? You talked about them coming back, doing orientations and facilitating workshops. How powerful is that?
Very powerful, because they have firsthand knowledge going through the program, and they can give the students advice on what to do to succeed, to stay strong, to actually give them a little insight as far as what's next, how to transition to the salon. And it's very encouraging and motivating for the students.
That's excellent. And so along the lines of that, Mr. Conda, I know that we have some options. I can come if I'm on a fast track. Earlier was mentioned that you can get your associate's degree. If someone's listening right now and they're saying, okay, what's the fastest I can get this done? Can you talk me through that a little bit?
The fastest you can actually get finish our program really is about a good year and a half, really. So, you know, our students want to commit. So if you're interested and you want to come, you commit to about a year and a half.
Okay.
And it's you can go. We've got a program that it's in the morning, and we also have a evening program. So it sounds like a long time, but it really isn't when you look at the options that you have when you graduate. And you know, and I have to say, can let me, you know, it's interesting to ask me that question, because I'll get that question, and then I'll get to a point, then I call Ms. Pedraza and I say, Ms. Pedraza, walk us through that, you know, because she's got that insight knowledge on that.
Right.
So I know that, now don't get me, I am the director of enrollment, but is there a basic certificate with cosmetology?
It's an advanced certificate.
It's an advanced certificate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I can come in, talk me through that a little bit.
Okay, well, the great thing about Truman, you know, all of us came from private industry because that's all we knew about.
Right.
And when I learned about Truman, I was very excited because I came from City College. I went to Daly. And City colleges reaches so many different people who don't have other opportunities, and to offer them cosmetology through city colleges is amazing in itself. So here's what they get to do, and here's why I love Truman so much. Not only do they come away with an excellent education, our state board passing rate is extremely high. It's 94%. We have a teacher training program that they can go to if they want to, and that is about 98%. But other industries, other private school industries, they once they start, they have to keep going till they finish.
Yes.
Our school, we have 8 classes, 8 courses that they can take. It's set up to where they can take 2 courses per semester to finish in 8 courses, or they can take 1 class at a time. They can stop, they can come back. Life happens, we know it. It's day hours, evening hours. It suits anybody's lifestyle. And if you need help, Truman has so many support systems to back them up with Wellness Center and tutoring. We have our own supplemental tutor, Miss Dixon. We have people who are just willing and ready to help.
Yeah.
Financial aid, college
Miss
credit.
Allen.
Miss Allen.
Yeah.
You know, our president is amazing. I mean, everything about it, we just love Truman, and we love our program, and we're very proud of it. And, you know, for anybody out there who wants to go to beauty school, come to Truman.
I'm a Truman.
Come see for yourself what we're all about. Come and shadow with us, experience some hands-on with us. We'll answer any and every question for you. Our team is amazing. Our teachers are passionate. Our students will gladly share their stories with you. And I'm getting goosebumps right now. I just
Okay, so where do I sign up for that, Ms. Pedraza?
right here, go to CCC.
Where do I sign up?
It's so
I could keep going.
You know, she said, you know, she said that it's they can sign up for evening and day and evening, and at the end of that year and a half, students actually amass about 1,500 hours. That's 1,500 hours to graduate. You get your certificate, then you can take your state board exam. And it's really interesting because there are a lot of beauty schools in the city, tons of beauty schools, right? What makes us different? Everything that my colleagues have said on the panel, definitely, that makes us different. But also, for me, and certainly for me going to beauty school, when I first started, I wish I'd have to say, I went to a private beauty school. I wish I had gone to a Truman, right? Because we know, right, in terms of economics, it's very, very economical, right? This school is very economical. Private schools, and you've heard this from me actually at my table or at the booth, right? You guys, we are half, right? You know, our costs are half what the private institutions charge, right? Private institutions charge anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000, right? We're certainly half of that. But this is the kicker. This is the kicker. Our instructors, right? And what you learn is what you learn there and more because of Truman and our, like Mr. Jaza said, our support system, right? Our diversity. You learn all kinds of hair, not just one, you know? So 1,500 hours, like everyone else in the city, but in terms of the budget, and of course we all have to work on that budget, this is a great, great, great bargain, really.
Great, Brian.
One of the things I'd like to add to that, I know me personally, when I started working at Truman, the first thing I said was, why did I not know about this when I was going to I did not know about the program, and I was like really upset about that. So that kind of speaks volumes about the type of program that we have. And another interesting thing, even about the 1,500 hours, I've had several students who have graduated with 1,700 hours just because they've done that much outside, as far as going to shows, as far as participating in, you know, community service events and things like that. And so you don't look at the 15 like, oh my goodness, you honestly don't even realize that it's happening because you're having fun while you're also receiving your education.
1,500 hours equals a career. We're talking a lifelong career. We've been in the business for, you know, over 20 years, right? You know, collectively 100,000 years, right? So it's just a career. It's 1,500 hours equals a career. It equals a successful life, really.
Yeah, that's what's up.
And just to add on to that, you know, another plus that Mr. Conda didn't even mention was the boot camp. After our students complete their last course and, you know, they're getting ready for state board, we have a boot camp. They go in for an intense 2-day review, and then we register them for state board, and they go and take it.
Yes, thank you, Ms. Pedraza.
I had an opportunity to work with you guys around a couple of the graduations, and it's always so enriching to see the emotion around that completion, right? It's not unlike a completion of a 4-year, it's a completion. It's something that I have completed. And I interviewed a few of the students, and we kind of talked for one of the graduations, and just hearing some of the stories, hearing some of their challenges, hearing what continued to bring them there every day, so forth and so on, was spectacular. And so we've used some of our time, and I want to get to this exercise, but I think that this is why Truman. I think that this is why Truman Cosmetology. It's for the people. We started there, right? It's because of the people. It's because of the genuine love that you have for yourselves and for your jobs and for your professions. And so that anyone who's listening, understand that there's a plethora of resources. And to Ms. Pedraza's point, come give us a chance. Shadow. Walk through the school. Feel the energy. Talk to instructors. Talk to students. Demo some heads. You know, I think that you'll find that this is a really quality, because sometimes, and the sentiment is echoed throughout the call, we're talking 1,500 hours. And that goes pretty darn fast. I've watched now at least 2 classes graduate. I saw them come in. They were on my tour. And I watched them sit on that stage and graduate. And so this thing goes by really fast. And just know that you all, from the leadership team there at the college, you are extremely, extremely valued and appreciated. With that said, I want to move on to this last exercise. Now, I sent you out a list of 10 values from a salon floor, from a teamwork perspective. And I ask that you fill them out separately and don't peek at them with one another until now. And so I'm going to say the words in no particular order, and then I'll go around just to see where you have it numbered, with 10 being the least valued and 1 being the most valued. Okay? Yep. Once again, the interesting part is I'm your host, Kiss Allen, but enough of that. We have the dynamic TRU Touch UP crew, all things Truman Cosmetology. Y'all better get down with this program. If you're trying to do some hair, some touch-ups, some pin-ups, some braids, this is the program. All right, here we go. The first word. Y'all thought I was going to go in order. Cleanliness. Ms. Pedraza, where does that fall with you?
1.
Ms. Dixon?
Number 1.
Ooh. Mr. Conda?
Number 1, definitely.
Ms. Kearney?
Number 1.
Oh. And Mr. Sacramento?
Number 1.
Wow. You know what? Y'all better not have shared answers.
No.
Okay, come on.
No.
Okay, come on. Come on. The second word, professionalism. I'll start with you, Mr. Sacramento. Professionalism.
Actually, I got number 7.
Okay. Ms. Kearney?
I have that for number 5.
Mr. Conda?
I have that for number 2. That's important.
Wow. Ms. Dixon?
I have it as number 4.
Okay. And Ms. Pedraza?
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Energy. I'll start with you, Ms. Dixon. Energy. Number 2.
Yes.
How did I know?
Ms. Pedraza?
Number 5.
Mr. Sacramento?
Number 8.
Ms. Kearney?
Number 3.
And Mr. Conda?
Number 4.
Number 4. Okay. All right. Teamwork. Mr. Conda?
Teamwork, I think is number 1. I would say number 1 is, yeah.
You already gave me number 1 in cleanliness.
So can you give it again? I'll
Nope.
give it, how about number 3?
Number 3. Okay. Ms. Dixon?
For teamwork, I have number 5.
Okay. Ms. Pedraza?
Number 3.
Number 3.
I swear we didn't share. We didn't share our answers.
Sacramento?
For teamwork, I have number 4.
Number 4. And Ms. Kearney?
I have it for number 2.
Number 2. Okay. Cleanliness, teamwork, energy, professionalism. What about confidence? Ms. Kearney?
That one was like number 6 for me.
Mr. Sacramento?
Confidence, I have number 6.
Oh. Ms. Pedraza?
Number 8.
Okay. Ms. Dixon?
You know, interestingly, I put that at number 10 because I feel like some of them are going to come through the door without it, and that's something that we build on as they go.
Okay.
So last for me.
Okay, that's a good one. And Mr. Conda?
I'm going to say number 5, but Ms. Dixon hit it right on the nail right there. We definitely give them the confidence. I agree with that. Definitely.
Okay.
Wow.
We talked about cleanliness. The next one is attention to detail. Okay. Mr. Sacramento?
That's my number 5.
Ms. Kearney?
That's 8.
Mr. Conda?
6.
And Ms. Pedraza?
Number 7.
I'm sorry, and Ms. Dixon?
Number 6.
Okay. Okay, but I didn't say nothing. Communication.
I'm gonna break the mold real quick. I'm gonna say communication is in this industry, certainly, especially when you're working with the public, your client, your colleagues. You know, I already said it, but it's number 2.
Okay.
You know, for me, it's very, very important.
Ms. Kearney?
4.
Okay. Mr. Sacramento?
My communication is number 9.
Okay. Ms. Pedraza?
Mine is number 9.
Okay. And Ms. Dixon?
Mine is number 3. I agree with David. I think, that's utmost importance.
Okay, we're right there, guys. Got a couple of more. Technology in today's world on that salon floor and just understanding, allowing the student to understand the balance. What would you say that falls under, Mr. Conda?
I think at least number 2. I think number 2. It's got to be. I said it before. I did say, and I gave some others number 2. But technology is very important. It's a fast-moving industry, and you have to be on top of all aspects of technology. Certainly, from building your clientele to communicating with your clients, advertising, marketing. It's all wrapped up in technology right now. So it's very, very important.
Okay.
I'd like to, when we were going through this list, every single one of them are important to our industry.
Yes,
So considering there's like the top 10, I didn't look at it like it was bad or whatever. So I actually did this with my students. And I allowed them to help me go through as far as how it ranked within our program. So technology for us was 10.
Mhm.
So okay, let me just get through it. This technology was 10 because there's a method behind this. Mr. Sacramento?
Okay.
I did the same with Ms. Pedraza. I did with my students, and they agreed.
10. Ms. Kearney?
It was 7 for us. Well, for
7.
me.
And Ms. Dixon?
It's also 7 for me as well.
All right, let's get through this last 2. Leadership.
That one was really hard.
That
one was hard. I'm sorry. That one was, to me, leadership and cleanliness was.
Oh, same here.
They were, because leadership really determines what everything will look like. And cleanliness is a determining factor of what everything will look like.
So leadership is the result of, cleanliness is the result on leadership. So I agree.
It's, Mr. Michael, I struggle with that one. Leadership, it was like 1.5 and 1.
That's a good one. Where did you have leadership, Mr. Conda?
I had leadership about a 2 or 3, definitely very important. I'm in agreement with Ms. Kearney. Definitely, it's very, very important in this industry, and leadership is important at school too. I mean, really, as a student, really.
Ms. Dixon?
I put leadership at a number 8 because, again, it's one of those skills that I think can be taught. I kind of looked at the list in things of what we want you to come through the door kind of with, and then those things that will help build once you are in the program, upon you leaving. So I put it towards the end at an 8.
Okay. And then creativity. Creativity. Just real quick, what was your number, Mr. Conda?
Oh, my number, creativity was about a 5.
Okay.
Believe it or not. About a 5 or 6. 5 or 6.
You, Ms. Kearney?
That was a 10 for me.
Okay.
I do think that, like what everybody's kind of saying, it can be taught. People can feed off of each other and get creative ideas. You can come in with some creativity and you can build on it and grow.
Right. Excellent. Ms. Dixon?
Shockingly, I put it at a 6.
Okay.
What?
Not
Oh
Ms.
my
Dixon.
God. I need oxygen right now. Oh my God.
Mr. Sacramento, where did you put creativity?
Creativity was 2 for me.
Okay. And then Ms. Pedraza?
6.
6.
Yeah.
So let me let you in on a little something.
Okay.
The thought was just to put the words out there to then create not necessarily a like mindset, but in my mind, a successful atmosphere has a feel, a look, and a sound.
Right.
And I think all 3 of these words cover, all 3 of those words cover success. All 10 of these words were going to be interpreted in different ways, especially if you did it in different spaces, right? In some instances, I'll do this with a mother and a father. In some instances, I'll do it with a father and a son, a husband and a wife, just to see where you begin to line up your values as you work together so much. The one that came closest to being aligned was the attention to detail. The attention to detail, we were all within about 1 or 2 points of one another. But here's what I'll tell you as we end this up. Coming to Truman, I didn't know anyone. I didn't know Uptown. So I endeared myself to everyone and just came with a really positive energy. And one of the places that I felt most comfortable on campus was the cosmetology department. And so to watch you guys and to watch your energy, how much it has grown since I've got there, when I see the camaraderie, when I see you working with each other and really rooting for the student, I know that we're in great hands. over in that department, and enrollment will continue to grow as long as you guys are over in that department. And so I want to thank you all from the bottom of my heart. I know we've been working on putting this together. I want to thank you all for taking time out this evening to just sit and talk about all things Truman College. And I want to thank my audience. The interesting part, we come to you with the most interesting thing about the most interesting people. But today, it was really about one true touch up. It was about really understanding what Truman Cosmetology has to offer and why Truman, and really get to meet and understand the leaders of that department. Thank you so much. Always remember, on behalf of Mr. Michael Sacramento, Mr. Jenny Pedraza, Miss Dixon, I'm just gonna call you Miss Glitter, Miss Tanika Kearney, and my running buddy, the mastermind, Mr. David Conda. I want to thank you. My name is Chris Allen Glover. I've been your host and all this party. Fly low, avoid the radar, and remember, no matter what happens, when they come for the car, save the radio.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Bye, everyone. Hope to see you.